Hey guys, how's it going? Aura Pampa here, and today I wanted to tell you about 3 books that made a profound difference in my life. The first is a classic by Dale Carnegie, which is How to Win Friends and Influence People. Now from this book, a phrase I got from it was, a person's name is the sweetest sound to their ear. Now what does that mean? It means if you want to connect with people, what you need to do is make sure that you use their names. So imagine you're in a restaurant. Rather than just, snapping your fingers and trying to call the waiter. Instead, why don't you ask them their names and actually use their names when referring to them? So you say, hi, what's your name? David. Nice to meet you, David. I'm Aura. Thank you for serving me today. Now, you'll be surprised at the smiles you get when you reach out to people that way. That was just an example of people in a restaurant, but even more so for people you meet everywhere, whether at conferences or at work. The fact that you make an effort to remember their name goes a long way. This is one lesson I've always kept in mind and has helped me develop better relationships with people. Now, the next book on the list of books that have profoundly impacted me is Tim Ferriss's 4-Hour Work Week. Now, this book showed me that I could live a life that was different, a life that wasn't necessarily the norm. I could live the life of a digital nomad, being able to travel, but also still being able to run businesses and earn an income. For me, that was just eye-opening. And I read it when I was a lot younger, so as a teenager. What that meant was that even by the time I got to university, I'd already been thinking about traveling and, running businesses as a digital nomad. And I've gotten to do that. I think what I've done over the years is I've had stints as a digital nomad. So traveling, for example, earlier this year, I worked from Benin Republic and also got to travel whilst out there. But that book was very profound in letting me know that I can live a life that's different, and also in teaching me the ways to get that done, which is leveraging different technologies and also leveraging other people to keep the business rolling. The third book I'd like to share with you is More Than Enough by Elaine Welteroth. This book was part memoir, part biography of this lady telling her journey in working in the fashion industry in the US. One thing that stood out to me, though, in this book was how to negotiate for better pay and to make sure that you're getting your worth. And before that, I'd sort of heard that women sometimes undervalue or underestimate what they should be earning, whilst men sometimes overestimate. But then her example really brought it home to me. And she also talked about a friend who was a guy who helped her with negotiating. And for me, that was a key point. And the next time at work, when there was the opportunity for me to get a raise, I actually made sure I negotiated. For me, the outcome wasn't even the important thing. For me, what was important was actually exercising that negotiation muscle. And yes, I did get a raise at the company I was working for when the opportunity came to negotiate. For me, the amount I got after negotiating wasn't the most important thing. Although, yes, it was an increase. For me, it was just the fact that I realized that I can and should negotiate at each point. And this was negotiating in a company where I was already working and going to be taking on more responsibility. So for me, that was just eye-opening. It's beautiful when you can read people's biographies and learn from their journey so that you don't make the mistakes that they made, and you can learn from the experiences and the positive things that they've done and then apply that to your life. Now, as a bonus, I'll tell you a 4th book that's actually really impacted me, and that's the Bible. The Bible is a book of books, and in the Old Testament, there's so much to glean there in terms of dealing with people, relationships, in terms of overcoming obstacles, in terms of having faith and believing that you can actually get to where you want to. For me, one thing I would say I've gotten from the Bible, though I've gotten many lessons from the Bible, is have faith. Have faith and believe that the things that you're working towards can happen. Have faith and believe that God can make all things work together for your good. And there you have it. 3 books. Well, 4 books that have profoundly impacted me and have taught me different lessons, and lessons that I'm going to keep taking on into life and keep practicing and keep getting better at. Yeah, I hope you found that interesting. Let me know what book is your favorite. And if you've listened to all these books and if you've read them, what lessons did you pull out of them? Or do you have other books that are your favorites that have taught you different things? Go ahead and let me know in the comments. All right, I'll catch you in the next video. And in the meantime, check out the videos that are going to pop up on the screen. All right, take care. Bye.